Hello and welcome to my channel and wishing you all a very, very happy new year. Um, there is some hectic energy going on around, and it's like a very, very busy energy that I picked up while I did the zodiac readings. It's, several. It's like there's a lot of revelations and realizations as to the nature of activity, karmic activity. It's very clear right now what it is, and it's like there are some people I've been noticing who have these blank stares, like they just like they're always blank. Do you know what I mean? It's like they don't. I mean, no matter what you say, there is no reaction. I um I was in Bombay around the 14th of uh, August, and I'd gone there to stay with a friend of mine, and I knew that was going to be the last time I ever spoke to her or saw her. And I was just astonished at the fact that so many years had gone by and this person had been such a negative and toxic presence in my life. But I thought it was just, I don't know, maybe that we didn't get along or she's going through something or the other. But then we went, we went out for dinner, and and there was this comedian who she had called to probably mock me and things like that. But I was used to that, and I'm in in the middle of like towards the end of dinner and the conversation, he started asking her a bunch of questions, and she wouldn't say anything. She was just like sitting there, like zoned out, like a little stiff, and it felt like she was burning up, and I just thought that was jealousy because she couldn't say anything and reply, or she, I don't know, I think she was praying or something. She was saying incantations. No, I don't know. And he said something really weird. He's like, no, he asked me not to say anything. He was like, I'm trying to get a reaction from her, and he like yelled in her, looking at her like, say something at least. Like, why wouldn't you say something? What do you think about this? What do you think about that? And she didn't say anything. It's like there is so. How do you tell a difference between a real person and somebody who's been possessed? With somebody who has a real soul, how do you tell a body has a real soul? It's like there will be some kind of reaction, and these their eyes won't be blank, or I don't know. I think there has been some very weird occult activity that people have indulged it. I mean, people indulge in occult activity practices and things like that. But earlier it was normal. But during COVID, I think people were isolated, and it's like they sold their soul to the devil. It's like they sold their soul to the devil. It's like they be making deals with crossroad demons. Yeah, that's what it is. And people who have no business meddling with, like, normal people who could have normal jobs, who could have normal businesses and, normal family lives, and they go around meddling with these kind of occult powers and rituals and black magic and magic in itself. It always comes with a price. This is divination, like it's practice. It's practice. I've been looking into tarot readings, and studied a little bit of tarot when I was at university as an art critics class. It was mentioned in art critic class, and I love symbology, and it intrigued me that you could get messages from high dimension no creatures. It's the ancient alien theory and things like that. The people who literally, we have the South Node, the past. These are lovely cards. I really, really love these set of cards. The star codes astro. I'm going to read, but let me just get two more cards. Aquarius. Aquarius season is going to be really good this year. I'm feeling, I have a very strong feeling. Transits, climate. Aquarius collaborates, South Node past. We have the fourth house, home. Hmm. I really, really want to really investigate this occult stuff that normal people got into, and I don't know why. It's like there are a lot of people that I am acquainted with. I always had a very strange feeling. It's this locality, this place that I live in. There's always been something really off about this place. It's a little scary, but it's also very pleasant at the same time. And people behave very weird around here. People who have businesses. It's like there is something always going on in the background. I mean, the main intention isn't to do business. The main intention isn't, and they are really greedy about money as well. So what about money? And another thing, but I thought that was just like ego. Like, who are you seen with? Which place are you seen with? How you are you treated like royalty? Do you get to do a lot of drama, throw tantrums? It's weird. I don't know. So let's read South Node. I really do not think these are normal human beings. They had anymore. They sold the souls a long time ago, and they've been transitioning transit. Like, they've been. I think the skin's just gonna like melt off. The flesh is gonna like melt off. One of my exes was like that. Like, he started rotting. He just suddenly started rotting. I think he made a deal somewhere, and then he first lost his mind, and he lost his soul, and then he just became rotting flesh. His flesh started rotting way before. I'm definitely sure there was a demon inside him. And people, it's like people get these loans to live a certain lifestyle or pretend that they have a certain lifestyle, and then and then what happens is that they fall short of money, and then they borrow or take loans, and then it's like they have absolutely no brains to pay off those loans, and then they make deals with the demons. Crossroad demons are the easiest. But the price is always your soul. It's I don't understand. It's so stupid. Let's read about the South Node. Lunar Node, a 33. South Node past. The South Node describes what you bring along from past lives, your skills, proclivities, addictions, weaknesses, unfinished business, and a physical place within your body where you may hold tension or ancient karmic stories. The lunar nodes are the points on the zodiac where the moon's orbit crosses the ecliptic. When the moon, sun, and earth exactly line up, here a shadow mysteriously covers the sun or moon and creates an eclipse. The ancients thought a giant creature cast those shadows and referred to the nodes as the head and tail of a dragon, where the moon descended towards the south in the dragon's tail. Action. This situation has its roots in some past karmic pattern, the origin. See, this is how tarot works. This is how divination works. I was talking about karmics, and the first card that flipped out was South Node past. So this is God spirit source helping me figure out, directing me to those exact cards that will help me figure out what is going on with the people in this community and this part of the world. And why did I meet these people? And all those answers are can be uh, so if you hold the intention, if you really know how to connect with God and so source. This is how tarot works. It's magical. Action. The situation has roots in some past karmic patterns, the origins of which are not clear. You either need to apply skills that you were born with, or look again at old problems and work to heal them. The situation feels hauntingly familiar, but without a story to go with it. Echoing traces from another time or life. An old love or familiar enemy may return, or the patterns involved could remind you of an earlier difficult chapter. If someone triggers your South Node, you may feel like you owe them or they owe you, and while that may be true, this accounting won't help you. Cleanly deal with what is on the table and stay in the present moment. Learn new ways to respond, new skills that help when old trauma is triggered or old cravings sing their siren song. Break that spell. Use breathing techniques. Oh my god, guys, I had this really heavy sinking feeling. Somebody is stuck with really heavy karmic energy around them. It's the same as what I'm going through. It's like I would, if anybody's watching, I would like to tell you all to not internalize this energy. Use breathing techniques, investigate dialectical behavior, or do something unexpected just to break those patterns and give you more options here and now. Stay focused on a healthy future of your own making. Challenge. Under stress, you may fall back on familiar defenses and relive what you've always lived. PTSD, flashbacks, and addictive habits or relationships all operate around your South Node. Gift. Use this opportunity to heal triggers and patterns from the past. Take them as teaching moments and learn. Then your hard earned skills and wisdom can help you build your future. Transits. We pulled out Aquarius first. I've been asked to start with, instead of reading, I've been asked to continue pulling out more cards. There is a message coming through. The South Node reading was enough. The fourth house, and the words that are on the cards is, what is mending? Purple coneflower, hue. Mm. Aquarius energy is very healing as well. Like the star. What is next in my becoming dragonfly turn? Transits, like you're moving away from, and 555 is changes. 11 is manifestation. What are you manifesting? It has something to do with healing. And the star, that is the major arcana related to Aquarius. Oh my god! Now I'm getting like this really annoyed feeling. Would more tenderness help? Dear mouse, nest. We also have, what if everything is already working out? Ladybug, charm. Hmm, that's interesting. Let's get started with tarot. This is I'm using. I don't know how I'm gonna lay this out, but let me shuffle. Let me get some angel tarot. I'm gonna be delicate with them. I'm not going to wait for them to fall. I'm just going to shuffle them nice and easy. I think I'll do this. So, first off, we have Three of Swords, Rihail. Three of Swords is a pretty karmic energy. The quickly forgiving God. Love and submission cures illnesses, influences paternal love, gives long life. Hmm. Um, Five of Swords, Iahil, the God, the highest being. This is a 39 card and this is a 62 card. Desire to know, the acquisition of wisdom. Six of Cups, Celia, who God who stirs all men. Motivation lifts up those who are fallen and humiliated. This karmic energy, actually really We have the Five of Wands. It got listening in concealment, number 26 card, politics and ambition, wins judgments and protects all those who seek truth. So I think everybody, oh my God, everybody's in this. Everybody just pretends as though they are not into occult practices. Everybody's always been into this. That's what I'm getting. And people there are people who think that hard work, who believe, not believe, but who at the same time there are very few people who are actually living a sincere life. Even if these are occult practices, you're doing it to sincerely study and study them, not use it for personal benefit, just to maintain balance and harmony. But a lot of people, it's like this, what if everything is already working out? Charm. So there are some people who actually do live a charmed life. Fourth house, the home, like, they actually have a feel at home and whatever in the actual home, within their body, within their career, their occupation, within their family. They're at ease with their financial situations, with so they don't feel the need to actually go and you know get any loans. It's like when you go into lack mentality, it's like self sabotage. The Five of Swords is sabotage. It just talks about the Six of Cups. That is past. We have the past energy right here. This this group in concern, these clusters of people who are the, the there's a nest. They have a nest. The people who have a charmed life, who work sincerely, who heal, who mend, who keep rising, ascending, as who transit according to climate, who grow, you know, who look forward to what's coming. But the rat is coming up. Mice is coming up a lot as well in my vision. So there is this nest. There is this uh, house, which is not for us. It's like the place we call home, where we come to rest, uh, where we spend most of our time, where we like to sit in quiet and peace. But these people function in a nest type situation where they are practicing occult rituals. It might not be their actual homes, but it's like a place, and they keep shifting. There are a bunch of probably apartments or flats or homes and bungalows. Hmm. It's like they're trying to change their past and think their karma. They're probably trying to push it on to someone else. That is the kind of deals that they're probably making with the crossroads demon. I don't know why I'm saying this on a public platform, but I'm being asked to put the message out there. This is really serious stuff. Cannot take it lightly. And when I know that this is what is going on, I might not have proof and evidence because then I then energetically I become a part of it. If I investigate too much and get physical proof and evidence, and those objects, those places are definitely not going to be good for me. But this is what I'm getting. And these are the channel. This is why I feel so angry. Earlier I thought that they were just very badly behaved people, and um, I just didn't want to talk to them. But I now understand that friction, the energy of friction that they carry, it's like they're constantly trying to dig into your life, physically, mentally, spiritually. And it's like if you photograph them, their mouths will look like they have more teeth there, and like they might be dressed up really well, but when you look at them, or a photograph when they're caught off guard, they don't look a little scruffy or messed up. They look demonic, like as if their flesh is falling off. I don't know which way to think about this, but for today, but I knew this was going to come up. The magician, Baphomet, gives help and financial prosperity, connects one safely with divine. And if I think that it's got something to do with children. I knew I was looking for Baphomet. I don't know if that is the demon that you sacrifice children to, or Moloch. But okay, so temperance teaches geometry and liberal sciences, makes great noises and warms water. They're in a soup. They're they're in of soup. They're in a hell broth. Ace of Wands teaches holy secrets, instructs how to make weapons and the art of seduction. Oh, so this is Azazel. Temperance was Crossel. So Azazel is the demon that they've been evoking so that they can seduce people. And it's like they have tried. They've tried all these things on me. And I'm like, I don't know. It didn't work. It's not working. That's what I'm being asked to tell everyone. All of these occult rituals and practices, people who have been praying to the whoever, if you feel like there is a bunch of people in the community who you think have sold their soul to the devil, to or are making deals with demons, none of that is working. None of that is working. It doesn't work like that. It really doesn't work like that. The devil is just fooling you. The demons are just fooling you. There is no deal. They would rather watch you suffer, and the angels also don't take any deals. You give them instructions to protect you and to help you get divine guidance, and that's about it. These are the only two things. Otherwise, it's all in divine order. And demons do not have so much power. Yes, I mean they can, because people have been making these deals. They kind of get power to step into the world, and those energies get uh, access for a limited time period. But they would much rather go back into go back to hell. They have no, how do I put it? They do not want to be on earth. They would rather have souls down there in hell. That's where they want to be. The only reason that they would want a little bit of access on uh, earth is to find more souls. So they're not going to do your job. It's the devil, for heaven's sake. It's the demon. And if you're gonna ask them to do something really stupid, like bring about this three of swords energy and do this five of swords self-sabotaging stuff, like something that will make them look ridiculous for doing these things. Like three of swords is like a third party energy. It's like causing separation or binding somebody to you, like, because it's like binding your crush to you, binding some uh, person to you to make you look good, if y- to show off. If you're gonna ask demons to do that, they're not only just gonna take your soul away, they're gonna use the time period to gather all. They're gonna take the time to like go around looking. So that's on you as well. Like the, they're gonna go looking for other souls who would take the deal and straight to hell with all of your souls. I mean, they're not gonna bother around like with such stupid petty deals. I grow up. Gives health and Baphomet, the magician, gives health and financial prosperity, connects one safely with divine. And what does this tell you? They are also checking a divine order of things. So if your soul is meant to be in hell, if there are some souls that are meant to be in hell, and you have somehow found yourself on earth, that means it is out of divine order or out of divine instruction. So you can bring about this energy, you can push it, you can command it for some time. But once when that is over, when it's done, when your control lifts off, and it doesn't take too long, when your control lifts off, those demons are those demons will remember your soul, and when they're dragging you back to hell and leaving you an empty shell here on the planet, um your body will be on earth, but it's like, I read somewhere about mass vanishing. Like you would not be able to function in normal society, and you're not dead either. So your body, and there is no chance of soul retrieval. So there are these institutions, and I'd seen this in a dream I had. I'd seen this in a dream I had. And there was this institution for these really crazy criminals with horrible mental disorders, probably because they've indulged in things like, making deal with the devil, or they've sold their soul. And so these people are put in institution. And the friend I was talking about, earlier, she is in one of those places, those rehabs, but I think they're trying to correct the damage that's been done on her, but there is absolutely no chance. It's too late. It's too late, and it's not even too late. It's the karma. She was not meant to be probably in human form, and that's why she is so inclined to doing all of these things. She's it feels like a soul loss and no chance of retrieval. So these people are sent away and kept in rehabs and institutions where they cannot uh, damage other people and society. Hmm. What page number is this? How do I find it out? What the hell? 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 20, 21. Cool. It says the same thing. I can't believe that they haven't. So they haven't written much about what the demons are. But let me. Demons are spirits that straddle the border between the physical earth and the lower spiritual realms. That's what I was talking about, like the crossroads, right? The occult tarot harnesses the power of these entities to help you uncover the hidden mysteries of your own life. It's about learning more, educating yourself more about these things. How I mean, it's ridiculous, isn't it? But see, you cannot escape your fate. I don't even feel sorry. I really don't even feel sorry because these people do create a lot of chaos and damage and a lot of sadness for people. It's because of them good souls also turn dark and have to do time in hell because demons are notorious, of course. They're they're obviously they're going to come for souls that are meant in hell, but they're going to try and recruit other souls as well. I mean, me and my divine counterpart, we just felt really harassed and tortured in stuck in between this game these games, you know. So basically that's what they've been manifesting, financial wealth, directing page of pentacles, learning about objects like crystals and things like that. People are practicing dowsing, and they think that, you know, they're they're just going to be on their small little uh, treasure hunt, and they're going to dig up something really big, and then what? You sold your soul. You made a deal on your soul. How is it you finding any kind of wealth? How are you going to be able to sustain it? How do you think you're gonna be able to sustain it? There are big grants. There are multiple universities around the world that sponsor the grants are worth like 500, 600 million dollars. There's so much equipment. There are big teams working worldwide, collaboration. And then, like, you know, you figure out all of these things that you're talking about archaeology, but all they think about is money. Like they think that, you know, they're going to be like able to dig in to the earth and then find like a precious stone that's worth millions of dollars or pounds or something like that, and then they're gonna sell it. Is this what oh, but there is the angels have stopped. They're done. The temperance card is here. And whoever does this succubus spells, these seduction spells, they're literally getting it's going to be self-sabotage. This entire plot, this occult plot, calling demons and then forcing people to bring in more angelic activity, and the synchronicities might have dumb um, diminished, and they have diminished for me because the angels were constantly bombarding me also with like numbers and calling me to step out of my home and be around and uh, call upon them in spaces where they were needed, and all of that, like it just like imploded. And I think there was just this one seduction spell that was done within the last 48 hours, and that kind of imploded. And like a bunch of people are going to see the ones whose past journey has been pretty clean, and who purely came here to learn about this plane, to learn about this world, who have dedicated themselves to sciences. So even if they have researched a little bit, or know about occult practices, it's to learn more about the supernatural world. And those people were humiliated. They were always humiliated. There were always evil forces, people trying to cut deals with the demons, and the only way they could do that was probably stop these people from learning more about these places. It is always like they were probably there. Um, there is a victory in here for the students, for the real students, not the posers. I don't know why I took these cards out. Yeah, being sent away. What did I tell you? These people are being sent away. I think that's the reason why this card is death at the bottom of the deck. And if you're asking me, it is expected. What else were these people expecting? It's like they're crossing the rivers of the underworld. Their souls are crossing the rivers of the underworld. The light workers, the actual spiritualists, the actual sincere people are being asked to really heal. And it's over. It's over. This nest is being found out. Yeah, this nest is being found out. This tree keeps showing up. Very sinister way. They're being sent away. They're being packed off and sent away. Ten of Swords, another endings card. And this card is reminding me of Spirited Away, basically the afterlife, and it's not. It's. I don't think it's looking good. You will. They will disappear. They will literally disappear off the face of the earth. There's going to be mass vanishings. Like even in the physical world kind of places, they're going to be sent away to those places more appropriate for those who have lost their soul to the devil and now are the souls are in hell, but their body that was attached, so it has a little bit of soul matter attached to it, like the memory of it. That's why the mind is so important. Even if you've lost your soul, your mind will hold on to the memory of you having a soul, and it's just it's just a matter of time when that you transit into and turn into a, a complete empty shell, and you lose your mind as well. That's why everybody will need to be put in that nest. It's like a sanatorium, it's a mental institution. There's this tree. There's this tree that they've used somewhere in your locality. An old tree. If you have a bunch of old trees, there's one tree in particular. It may seem like that tree has a face in it, like the trees from the Lord of the Rings, the Ents. You might feel like that tree is, uh, let's just say, the oldest tree. That is where all of the evidence of, or the spirits are just going to come out, and then they're just going to, any investigative officers. This reminds me of a scene from True Detective as well. Like I actually see some undercover detectives or actual detectives putting ropes around these old trees and then sitting down and taking notes, and they're going to hear the spirits of the tree. The tree is actually going to tell them, and they're going to dig up the vicinity, and they're going to find the nest. Oh God. And it's like I'm being asked to keep going. They're going to find the nest. Like there's a tree, and then there's a nest. There's like a lair, like a vampire lair or a nest of these people who keep practicing these dark rituals. They're being sent away. Definitely, their souls are crossing the rivers, the underworld. I don't know whatever I'm being told. I'm being asked to keep going. I'm just doing that. I'm going to keep channeling these. I'm not going to take any more cards, but I'm going to talk more about that scene. Uh, okay, I might just take a couple of more cards. So it's like I see investigative agencies, local police departments. They them using divination techniques to figure out where this nest is placed. It's most definitely one of the old trees. It doesn't necessarily have to be the oldest tree, but an old tree in the community. That's where they have done most of their occult practices, and the tree has heard it all. So if you take a psychic medium, or even if you have psychic medium powers, detectives, you can sit under the tree and just start automatic writing, and you will solve the case in no time. there is this there is there's also good happening. There is this collaboration of good souls that are mending and ascending. They're moving higher. They're moving beyond their path. The magician again. Um, you guys, I'm getting a little spooked. It's spooky, not because like it's scary or anything like that. It's just something that takes time. It takes time to accept that all of this also goes on. So justice is here at the bottom of the deck. Like everybody wants this case to be solved now, to be resolved. I'm sensing that this three of swords business, this three of swords business, it's nobody's buying it. That it's quickly love and submission cures illness. Yeah, you can look at it from this perspective, but honestly, like the energy of the three of swords, it's so terrible. It's like a binding spell. It's like you can it's like you can evoke this angel for conducting a binding spell. That what is it's coming by. So these people know which are the angels and entities and gods that are quickly forgiving, and they ask for forgiveness. They probably go to the confession stands and ask for forgiveness, and they confess to their crimes. But that causes a lot of unfair situations in people's lives. By binding yourselves to them or other people to you, you're keeping them from away from the people that they're actually supposed to be. These real collaborations, these healing collaborations, and it's not just personal healing. The energy of healing needs to come out into the open. The God, the highest being, desire to know the acquisition of wisdom, desire to know the acquisition of wisdom. It's the five of swords is the energy of self-sabotage. So this entire nest is uh is going to be discovered, and it's like a ball, it's like a nest of self-sabotaging energies. And there is, as a result of that, the energy of wisdom comes out, like as to what not to do gets contained, like it's an implosion, it's going inwards, right? The five of swords energy, because of the self-deceptive nature of their activities, right? This group, this cult, this coven, secret society, or whatever it is that is using occult practices to bind themselves to people, or trying to separate people that are supposed to come together. So these collaborations are supposed to come together. I've been speaking about it a lot. And Six of Cups, it's like trying to change the narrative of somebody else's past, but without actually doing the work. It's like you're cutting deals with the devils, and they've stopped this. They've stopped the ability of this nest of people to do anything, to have any effect, to cause any effect whatsoever. They were just waiting for this one last attempt so that they could round them up, basically. And it was just one final display, like a lesson from the demonic realm for the people, the actual students, the Page of Pentacles. That here, look at it, look at it. These are the people. This is what they've done. Look at it for one last time before you get your justice, before you find the tree, the speaking tree, Isha Foundation, Sadhguru. He used to write a column. Ah, my. So basically, they're going to be sent away to turn into uh, bodies who have lost their soul. They're still alive, but they're just rotting away. I think one of the exes that I was talking about, he got sent away to one of those places as well to rot away. He used to tell me like a lot of mice and rat like have come to him and they've nibbled away his hair. And there are some other people over here who are chasing after wealthy men, keeping them away from their divine counterparts, divine feminines, especially, stopping them from being on a spiritual path. They they have those blank stares as well. They have those blank stares as well. Six of Cups again. Five of Cups. I think they're going to be sent away to this place in the mountains to for penance, to ask for forgiveness, to spend the rest of their life in sorrow, away from society and civilization. And now I'm being asked to close the reading. I think the message is done. Thank you. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, God. Yes, and one more thing. As they're being sent away to spend the rest of their life in regret together, we are going to move. We are also moving. We are also transitioning into a better life. Real collaboration, real healing, real ascension, spiritual ascension, and free to do so. I felt like something really lift off. This is definitely going to start in Aquarius season. Be leaving the past behind. These people, we were here to just clear off the past, clear off the earth plane or society or civilization off of karmic energies, karmic souls, etc. It was just one big arrangement to clear karma, send the souls away. Okay, that's all I have for you. I know it was a weird reading, but In any case, I try.